Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars have been delayed. Along with this, some of Marvel's previously scheduled movie release dates have also been removed from the calendar. There are even hints that these movies could be delayed even further. This video is all about whether these delays are good or bad news for us fans. Is this the beginning of the end for superhero movies, or the beginning of something better? How big is the gap between movies now? Is this major shakeup happening because of one superhero, or was all of this planned from the start? Let's understand these delays in detail. First of all, what exactly are these delays? Let's discuss it in detail. So, on Thursday evening, Variety and The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars have both been delayed from their original release dates. Originally, Avengers Doomsday was set to release on May 1st, 2026. Now, it has been pushed back by 7 months to December 18th, 2026. Similarly, Avengers Secret Wars, which was scheduled for May 7th, 2027, has been delayed to December 17th, 2027. Again, a 7-month delay. But that's not all. More news came in. Marvel's newly updated movie calendar shows that the untitled Marvel project, which was earlier set for February 13th, 2026, has been completely removed. Additionally, the previously scheduled untitled Marvel projects on November 6th, 2026 and November 5th, 2027 have now been renamed as untitled Disney projects. So after all these changes in the year 2026, there are only 2 Marvel movies confirmed. Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday. Interestingly, Marvel chose the same release date for Avengers Doomsday as they did for Spider-Man No Way Home. So Marvel is likely hoping to recreate that magic with Avengers Doomsday. As for 2028, Marvel has still kept 3 slots open. February 18th, May 5th, November 10th. So now, after all these changes, here's how Marvel's Phase 6 slate looks. July 25th, this year, Fantastic Four. July 24th, next year, Spider-Man, Brand New Day. December 18th, 2026, Avengers Doomsday. December 17th, 2027, Avengers Secret Wars. February 18th, 2028, Untitled Marvel Project. May 5th, 2028, Untitled Marvel Project. November 10th, 2028, Untitled Marvel Project. So, between Fantastic Four, First Steps and Spider-Man, Brand New Day, there is no movie at all, which means a whole 1-year gap, the biggest gap Marvel has had since the pandemic era with no movie releases at all. That was the complete update. But what could be the reasons behind it? Let's talk about that. A lot is happening behind the scenes. As we know, Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, is currently working on a movie based on the Odyssey. Because of this, reports suggest that Tom Holland is facing serious scheduling issues between Brand New Day and Odyssey. So, lack of proper scheduling may be one reason behind the delays. But there's an even bigger reason. If I share my opinion, we shouldn't be too surprised about Avengers Doomsday getting delayed. The signs are there for a while. The movie only began shooting in May this year, and was originally supposed to be completed and released within a year. For an Avengers-level project, that's nearly impossible. On top of that, after the writers and staff strikes over the past few years, now even CGI and VFX artists have unionized. So production houses can't put the same pressure on their teams to meet tight deadlines. To support all of this, we even have a statement from Disney's CEO Bob Iger. During an investor call, Bob Iger said that with so many movies and Disney Plus shows, Marvel Studios has lost focus. He went on to say that if we tighten our approach and ask Marvel to focus more on their movies, we might be able to deliver better quality. So what does all this mean? Let me explain. For some time now, Kevin and Bob Iger have been saying that Marvel's quantity output has increased so much that it's becoming hard to maintain Marvel as an enjoyable franchise. That high quantity is now starting to hamper the quality. Marvel started focusing more on their TV shows than on their movies, which led to a visible lack of depth in films. That's why even the CEO of Disney had to come forward and admit this publicly. At the same time, for Marvel itself, Avengers, Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars are massive projects, and there's a huge responsibility riding on them. Their success is something Marvel does not want to risk at all, especially after the lukewarm ending of Phase 5. But is it all just bad news? Absolutely not. Let's now take a look at the positive side of this update. So, every story has two sides, friends, and this delay also has its own silver lining. The first bit of good news is for Spider-Man fans. Earlier, it was said that Spider-Man, Brand New Day, and Avengers Doomsday would run parallel, which meant Spidey wouldn't appear in Doomsday. But now that Brand New Day is arriving before Doomsday, there's a chance Marvel can better shape Spider-Man's arc so that he can appear in Doomsday. And he definitely should, because if Marvel's most iconic character isn't in Doomsday, what's the point? The second good thing is that, as it currently looks, apart from Secret Wars in 2027, no other movies seem to be scheduled. But once the full slate is revealed, it's possible that 2 more projects will be placed before Secret Wars in 2027. And most probably, one of them could be a Doctor Strange movie. In fact, if you ask me, Marvel should definitely include at least one Battleworld-based movie in that gap. One of the issues with Phase 3 was that Marvel didn't show us what happened during the 5-year gap between Thanos' snap and Hulk's snap. So now that a similar kind of situation is coming again, a Battleworld project between Doomsday and Secret Wars would make a lot of sense, where we can see what struggles happened in between. It would give fans a sense of familiarity and help show just how high the stakes of Secret Wars truly are. Now, here's another thing. It's possible that both Avengers, Doomsday and Avengers, Secret Wars could be delayed even further, and there are reasons for that too. If you look at Disney's release slate, they already have other big movies releasing in December 2026, and Disney won't want one of its own projects to hurt another. If these movies are delayed further, Marvel can use that extended time frame to introduce cover-up projects, movies that set up the characters appearing in Doomsday. This way, they can show where these characters are before the event, what direction their stories are heading in, and how they'll get involved in the Doomsday storyline. Because if Marvel dumps a huge ensemble cast into Doomsday without that fluency and build-up, it'll feel very abrupt and rushed. And Marvel cannot afford to make Doomsday or Secret Wars feel rushed. If these movies flop at the box office, it could mean the end of Marvel's dominance. But somewhere, this delay actually seems to be a positive sign. It shows that Marvel is handling this project carefully and seriously. So, if you're feeling sad about the delay, I say, cheer up, my friend, because the more time Marvel takes with Avengers, Doomsday and Secret Wars, the better it is for us fans, and only then can the Multiverse Saga get the justice it deserves. But what do you think about this delay? Did you already feel that Avengers, Doomsday and Secret Wars were going to be delayed? In your opinion, which 2 movies could come between the 2? Please tell us in the comments. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel.